Friday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday. Night flies. I'm on Boulder. Scotty Holmes will be coming up after I am, but it's Friday Night Flies. We're here in Pemberton and Spud Valley Sporting Goods, home of Pemberton's Fish Finder. We talk trout.
That's our slogan. And we definitely talk trout.
That's their slogan.
Right
says so on the back of their hat. So can't really argue with that.
Right now we're talking Chinook salmon though.
Chinooks.
We got it in the blood.
Yeah, you've been going out pretty regularly for those, eh?
Yeah, we've been catching a lot of fish. It's been good. Lots of big fish too.
Seen a lot of photos on PembertonFishFinder.com.
You gotta check it out. Check it out if you like fishy stories and fishy pictures. Make sure you check out our website, PembertonFishFinder.com. Anyhow,
it's definitely fishy, not suspicious. Fishy. I've turned to the lakes since the rivers are blown, and so it's the week number 2 of tying up some lake patterns, and I got a really basic one, but it has a little different technique to it that you can apply to a lot of different fishes, which I don't think we've done yet here in Friday Night Flies. It is a dubbing loop, but we're making a dubbing loop with wire.
Wow.
You're making that fly bomb proof? Blow your mind.
They said that on American Idol last night. It blew my mind that he blew his mind.
Seems to be the catchphrase I've been going with the last 6 months.
Yeah, definitely. We went through that epic
mind blow.
And then the mind blow.
Yeah, that's the mind blow. Right? So we'll go down here. Let's go down. We'll show you the fly. I was actually fishing this week on one of our local lakes, and nice. I didn't get it in the boat. My net was too short. Couldn't reach it. It was on my pontoon, and I had to play it out. Basically, to get it in the boat, I have to play it until it's lying sideways and get it right between my flippers to net it. I don't really like doing that.
No, that's hard on
it was really cool. He jumped on one side of my pontoon, dove straight down, got himself some slack, and then popped up the other side of my pontoon.
Oh, that's the old figure 8 loop.
Yeah. Shook the fly, and I was stuck there going, trying to pull it in. There's nothing there. Yeah, he was gone. But I'm glad because I didn't have to play him out too bad. But I got a good sight of him. Nice colors on him. A good 12, 15 inches. Healthy looking. So I'm going back and tying a bunch of these.
So give me a couple of them too. I love that pattern. That's a great pattern.
Yeah, so it's your basic.
It's one of my favorites, man. That thing's deadly too. I've
woolly bugger style.
Wherever you go in DC, British Columbia, that pattern smokes them. Doesn't matter if it's brook trout, rainbow trout, cutthroat trout, bull trout.
They love it.
What else is left? There's brown trout.
Brown trout.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
The gold trout.
I don't know if we got any golden trout.
I think I heard there was one that does.
Yeah, you're bouncing that.
Guy showed me a photo of a char that he caught in 1 mile that looked like a brook trout.
Cool.
Color, well, spawn color probably. Anyhow, let's get to tying this fly.
So what makes this one a micro leech is one, the size, and not a woolly bugger. Woolly buggers are wrapped with a hackle, basically. So when you're doing it with dubbing on it, it then becomes a leech.
Yeah, that's nice dubbing color too.
Yeah, so it's the UV dubbing on there. So we're gonna pop this out and we'll get to it.
That little chunk of pheasant back in there, or what was it?
No, it's all that's marble.
You're kidding me. Being as short as it was, it's pretty stiff, eh?
Yeah, it's just a little tail end of her.
As the French would say, rigid.
It's rigid, yes.
You mean you ran out of...
Alright, so we got a 6 wet.
So you just put the grass seeds.
I think it's a streamer hook, actually.
Yeah.
Yep. Size 6 streamer hook. Down my. You can also tie these, what do they call it when the hook is bent up? Can't think today.
Stillwater.
Nah, I'll come back to it next week, and then I'll just tie it.
With the hook down?
No, when the eye's straight up and you tie a pin on the end, balance leech.
Learning experience.
Okay, I kind of missed what you were talking about there.
No, you can do this balance leech style, which maybe I'll just do next week since I don't have any of those hooks here.
Why not?
So we start off with the hook on there. Feed of your size to get her down to the depths that you need. So I was fishing right on a 20-foot ledge. It went from 15 feet to 20 pretty quickly, so I switched up and went to a little bit of a heavier bead and threw this over the ledge and then dragged it up the edge of it.
Just
Hey, man.
over a week
Worked
ago.
great and got
And no, it's,
a whole bunch of hits. That nice fish.
I think it's 9 days.
And a couple of lost
since-
ones. Doing that same thing, just sitting in my pontoon boat.
That was a good call on my part putting the seed out there last night, eh?
All right.
It was sort of icky though.
So what I got here is
It was
some
sticky or
burnt orange
didn't
marabou.
bung up the rollers
When you're
much, or
tying
still-
these up, it's best to
lucky.
match the color of the bottom of whatever lake you're fishing. Talking to the camera here. Oh, I'm talking to the world, man.
Got a two-way?
Radio?
No? Oh, okay.
So we want this tail to be the length of the hook from the back of the bead to where we've tied off.
I guess.
And I've stopped tying right at
So I see
the
you got lots of
edge of
lots of
the
guns there. You
hook
interested
tip.
in trading the two?
Damn technology must have made you look really funny there. You walked up and was like,
Yeah,
"Who
we
the hell are
just
you talking
we
to,
just
boy?"
had a customer pretty confused that I'm talking in the store.
Talking to the fly.
Talking to my vice. That boy was just ignoring me and everything.
That guy's so crazy.
So we got ourselves a little tail tied on there.
Well, sure, we'd sell it.
With this leftover material, we're not going to cut it off. I'm going to leave it for a moment. I'm going to go to our wire. So I got some yellow size small wire. You're going to need a good length of this,
243.
because this is going to be our dubbing loop.
Needs some work.
So
Yeah.
give yourself extra
First shot,
space. And the
yeah.
nice thing about these wire ones is you can actually do a bunch up ahead of time. So you just have them in your fly
It's not free floating.
box assortment of
See, I want a
materials.
light gun for shooting coyotes. That's got a nice full barrel on it.
Yeah.
Good in the tractors.
And why I've done it like this is because then
Heavier than
I
17,
can.
Not a 300.
Exactly.
All right. It's a dual purpose. I get to see the rib wire through, and I get to use that rib wire to add some more material. Less wraps.
223 is a long.
All right.
flat
So
shoot.
I've tied it on. There's a little gap between the tail
For what it is.
and this extra material, which I want because I'm going to do a couple wraps right in front of the tail with the gold dubbing loop. All right. So since we've been talking about the gold dubbing loop, we might as well. Now we'll make it up.
Sankey's
We'll do this first.
so,
So
Max's birthday.
we got our little wire off to the back. We'll just keep it for later. I'm going to twist the marabou tail around my thread here.
I would like to remind everybody tonight too that question and answer is available. Hit us up with some good questions, or even if they're ridiculous, we'll answer them.
All right, so
What's the biggest
I got
fish
my
you've
thread.
ever caught?
I got my thread wrapped around all the marabou, so this is going to help secure it. I got the tips and the thread in my hand, and I'm just going to do some body wraps. All the way up to the bead. Then you can grab your thread and just tie off those tips. It's alright if it bunches up a little, I don't really mind. Alright, so that's your basic woolly bugger start, and then you would take a feather, like so, and wrap up the body. For a leech, we use a dubbing loop in the back, which we're going to wrap up the body. And this one, let's make it a little snazzy. So I got my dubbing loop.
You're practically making that thing bomb-proof too by doing
Yeah, it's not going to fall apart
no,
at all.
not this week.
I have my olive UV dubbing. And I'm going to very sparsely put this up in between the loop I've created. And we don't need a lot. This is very sparse, so once I get it loaded, I'll tilt it up so you can see. And then as I do move forward, then I start to increase the amount so that behind the head it's a little bit bushier so that it clopes.
How many pounds of seed do you think that was? There had to have been 4 pounds.
Alright, so as you can see, there's not a lot of dubbing in there.
Like a tackle box, but
Pretty
clear, you know,
pretty
like
sparse,
you can put different
and
sweets
then
in it,
twist it up.
different compartments, and things like that.
Now, because you're using wire, you don't want to twist it as much as you would do with thread, otherwise you'll lose it all,
Oh yeah,
or it'll
that's a press
snap.
drill.
Beauty.
I'm gonna take my Velcro
Yeah, okay.
and I'm just gonna pull this out.
Oh, yeah.
Fluff it up.
Dad was saying this morning that with the brush drill, you only about half as much. Like one of those Plano boxes. I would just come in nice.
All right.
Oh yeah, you think that would
So that's that.
Because like if you look at where
So now I'm just going to do a couple wraps right at that tail and that little gap.
more like that much.
And then I'm going to do a couple
It should be like more like this.
Well, for the oats, you want it
wraps
nice
up
and
the
close.
body.
That's fine. But I mean, like the grass seed.
The heavier it's set, the better.
No, you don't need as much with the brush drill.
And then I'm going to do
Well, we did the whole field pretty well with this one bag.
a few wraps right here behind the bead head.
Can you grab my wallet?
And I'm going to tie this off.
3.5.
Oh, it's gonna be better. Those are little dividers.
Yeah.
Just about 10 to 12 acres.
I think I was sitting over
Yeah, I'd do 3.5.
Doubling
like
it off.
this.
So like a big,
The
big bag of
problem is it's
yeah,
not
big
very
one.
voting
No,
outside.
I can
Yeah, I'm
use
gonna
it
go back
for
in
bag
there
of
and-
those sides.
Oh,
In my grandchild, I use
yeah.
3.5.
Just fluff up that marble again. Grab some of the dubbing.
So did I see
Is
it?
it worth pushing to the next course? When's the next
How
course?
late is it gonna be?
Well, no, it depends.
No,
Well, I ran about halfway through that field. So,
Yeah.
Well, it's all caught up here, I think.
I don't know.
I think we'll put some
Can you buy a calf somewhere?
Well, I think we'll buy 2 steers. Can't have one, you gotta have 2.
Yeah, I don't know how critical that 2 hours may be on Saturday. I know they start
just looked at
wrapping
the
up and
things,
start
they're
getting
going
that whole thing going. Saturday's
$6 a
finishing up day.
It's $1.26 a pound.
You ready?
Is that what it is?
And last but not least, I'm going to just use some lighter gray
Look up EC
When's
lots
the next course?
fluff from the tail end of the feather.
604.
Don't do
And I'm going to put a little tuft just underneath, a little beard on them.
that. Stay away from that.
No shit. Okay. Somebody was telling me that fucking Gilmore's got
11
that he'll sell, but that's probably big bucks too. Right?
Well, you could go in there. Look up BC livestock.
All right. Boom. Whip finish, and that's a done deal.
There. Alright.
So if Brad takes me back out, well, I guess you can. I'll take a little spin.
Yeah, just give it a little spruce in there. Have you got your little Velcro strip or something? Give her a little spruce and let's have a look and see how this thing looks. There we go.
Oh,
You guys are a little bit more sexy appeal there.
so that's her.
Fish
And with a little local's suggestion, a little beard here. Brad suggested a little something underneath.
a little skirt, that's all it needs.
So that's that.
Anyhow, there you go. We'll go up top. There you are, Scotty Boulder.
Thanks for joining us for the first episode of the night. Scotty Holmes is going to be coming up next, so join us in about 5 minutes for live video instruction. And yeah, as always, you can check us out on FridayNightFlies.com. We'll have all our things posted up there, as well as you can see it through Brad Knowles' G Plus account. And don't forget to visit Pemberton Fish Finder. Thanks a lot. I'm Boulder. Ciao.